Hello, it's Karmatos coming at you with a community request. Not exactly a meme deck, but it is a lot of Sons of Horus cards, and it is Loken, so maybe that's a meme. But for now, it's a community request from somebody on the Reddit, and the deck is Broken Loken. They wanted to see Loken shine. So rather than aiming for silly, I just thought let's try to make a focused Loken deck that can actually win in Terra. And we're going to show you 4 wins and 1 loss, so 4 out of 5. Pretty good rate. And we'll break it down card by card. This might seem a little similar to some other Sons of Horus spam decks I've made, like Abaddon, but there are going to be some subtle differences, and I'll point them out. And the main reason is because, first, let's look at Loken. Garviel Loken, captain of the 10th company, is start with an extra card, deal 2 damage for 2, initiative high. 30 health is not a lot to play with, but the main thing is that start with an extra card. The trick there is that allows you to set a much lower curve in general with your deck. And there's going to be a huge theme with a lot of the cards picked here, and you're going to see it really quickly. It's called draw. We're going to have a low curve. We got like 4 1s, and then 7 2s, and then, we get a kind of a nice little curve there. And a lot of these cards are also going to self-replace themselves, so you're going to be able to get out lots of value, and surprisingly, 2 damage is great for finishing off some strong attack foe, or if you just have the energy and you need to use it. But usually, you're actually going to want to face bash. You only have 30 health, and you need to end the game on energy turn 8, at the latest 10. If you hit, energy turn, quote, 11, it's taken too long. But let's go through it. Quickfire. 1 energy, deal 2 damage. Great way to combine with Loken's power to deal a quick 4 damage for 3 energy. Frag Grenade. I especially love this one. The utility on it is great. Dealing 1 damage to all. That allows you to finish off enemy Ecrotrezes, or gets things like Jukebox into 2 range, which allows you to finish it with Garviel Loken, or it's just so much utility out of that 1 damage to all for only 1 energy. And we're going to help these low card costs with some of these upcoming ones. I love the Kabant squad. It's a deal 2 damage to a troop for summon 2, so in essence you can kind of net 4 damage out of it between hitting the enemy warlord or hitting a troop and so on and so forth, in addition to the rally 2 damage. It's just good value. This is my favorite opening turn card because you have the high initiative, you're very likely to go first, and dropping this guy first means that whatever it is they play immediately afterwards, they're going to have to take some hits on it. And a lot of times, enemies will just forfeit their warlord power that they would normally open with just to face bash this, and then they still don't even kill it, so they're going to end up taking 4 damage out of it and denying their, variety. It's just so good. Smoke Grenade. We got our first draw a card, and in addition, it stuns an enemy. Super useful for just, this literally can win you the game where, oh, they have lethal next turn if I can't take out this troop. Oh, well, now he's stunned, and now I can set myself up for lethal next turn. Just good. Or you can deny an enemy warlord from summoning frontline troops, or who knows what. Second Wave. Not a necessary card, but I like it with all the load stuff we got going on here, and I especially like it with the rally and fast troops. And I love it with the Dagger squad. I'm pretty sure I've had a game where I've had 3 or 4 of these out simultaneously, and they just bail. Where, first turn play this, second turn play this, third turn duplicate them, play another, and they're like, bye. It's good with all these low-cost troops we've seen so far, and especially great with Grogor squad, because he's fast. So it's an energy turn 5 to be able to drop this, hit something, or drop this, make a clone of it in your hand, and then hit him for 3, or suicide it, or do whatever it is you're going to do. And then you still have another 3 fast coming up. Ideally, you want at least 2 troops to duplicate with second wave, but, take what you can get. And if you get it off on any of your legendary troops, all the merrier. The Kagort squad. I liked it because it was a load curve, and that 1 extra health compared to the next fellow coming up, it just makes it a good way that the enemy warlord can't face bash it off so easy, or, it's essentially a 3-5, kinda. It's technically worse in every way than that Fellow from the Blood Angels, isn't he? 3 for a 3/3. Oh, Unstoppable. I guess, no, I think that one has Unstoppable too. If it doesn't, whatever. But still, great value for what we got here. Solid common. Good way to get out 3 to 6 damage, almost guaranteed. Then we have the Murdask squad. Love this. It's because it's card draw, and it's got that same drop pod vibe. A little more likely to die, but still worth it. Chariot of the Gods. Love the Charlton Heston card. Deals 4 damage, draws a card. It's half of a Vengeful Spirit, and better. It's better to have 2 Chariot of the Gods than a Vengeful Spirit, generally speaking. So yeah, love them. Every Horus deck runs it. It's just staple. Ah, yes, the Chandon squad. That's a 6/3 with that sweet, sweet drop pod 2. You will find that this troop will routinely get stunned or denied their attack or something to deny that drop pod and then take it out the next turn. But still, for 4 damage and that 6 attack value, you will also see enemies throw 5/5s into it just to not take 6 to 12 damage. It's just good stuff. Now, things start to diverge a little bit from, I think, my good deck, a bad deck, starting about here, namely because, one, I think I threw in some extra low-cost troops and a second wave and some extra 1-cost cards, but instead of running those 5-cost troops that I usually like out of Sons of Horus, we go with the Zetsa squad. It's 4 energy instead of 5, and that resolution gain a mark of chaos is pretty darn good. If it gets stealth, it's going to be a guaranteed 3 damage the next turn. If it gets sneak attack, it's going to become a huge priority for them. If it gets attack, whatever they ram into it is guaranteed going to die. It's just any of the, even poison could be good in a defensive sense, because then if they throw something into it, it's going to die. It's just a solid 3/4, and if you're lucky, maybe he'll evolve into a greater demon. So, who's that Pokemon? Outflank, destroy an enemy troop. Classic staple, great way to wipe off some big front line so that way you can get the finishing face punch, something blow. Good for just taking out a big enemy shield troop. Anything that you play this on that's equal to 5 energy or greater, it's just a great staple of Sons of Horus. Surga Targost. Yeah, the Lodge Master. He's 5 for a 5/7 with drop pod, so he's super sticky, very hard to remove. And if you happen to have a big board state, maybe it's worth dropping the 2 energy, give them all marks. But generally, your enemy will waste an entire turn and their board state to clear this. And if they don't, you're going to get off 5 damage for 5. Once, twice, 4 times. Who knows? There was no 6 energy, so I decided let's throw in the best 6 energy I could find within Sons of Horus, because I usually like looking at the faction first. And I just love these Scroathouse squads. They're a good drop pod value. They gain that Mark of Chaos on rally, and very often that makes them an 8/5, or it makes them a 5/5 stealth. Sneak attack's also great. Poison, once you're up at 5 attack, isn't so great, but you got a 3 out of 4 chance of something good. It's probably the weakest pick of this deck. I could have done something like Motor Company or something, but then it's a little more subject to Malgator, and I just went with it, and I don't even think we're going to see it in these 5 matches, but if we do, I'm sure they waste their time killing it. Malagurst is just an excellent 7 troop. 7 for 8/8 is already amazing, and then that tactic duplication is super useful, because once you've hit energy turn 7, your hand is probably starting to feel pretty tight, because you've been doing a lot of face batching and dropping a lot of low-cost troops. So anything that they throw out, you're going to get, and most commonly they will throw out a destroy target troop, and of course you will get a destroy target troop in return. So it's very hard for them to deal with Malagurst, and the ways that they can deal with it will benefit you greatly. And the one legendary that is absolutely necessary in general, Vengeful Spirit. Deal a damage, draw a card. And this is where all that card draw is really kind of helped focused towards getting this Vengeful Spirit. This is how you win the game, / the Chariots of the Gods, but this is really the finale. And I think probably half these games, I either win the game with it or could have won the game with it. That's just the nature of the beast. So between the starting card draw, and then we have Smoke Grenade draw. Second wave is a kind of draw, but not from your deck. More draw. Yeah, it's good stuff. So, what did we do? How did we do? We beat an Rat, lost to an Angron, not for a lack of trying, but 40 health is a lot to push through. And a 4x, a Magnus, so pretty proud of that one. That opening hand is amazing. And oh there. So I was a little worried. Very often what happens here later game is that they start heal buffing themselves every single turn, and which means you can no longer get off your Vengeful, and you're really boned. So what's the trick? You gotta kill him early and fast. I don't actually face bash on the opening turn, because my assumption is that he was gonna buff himself. And if he buffed himself, I didn't want to give him the free extra heal. But now that he has some damage on him, it's fair game. I'm gonna try to bait him into face bashing again, because I know he wants to, so that way, if he doesn't have an energy turn 3 drop, he's screwed. Well, he does, but it's no board state, so I don't care. I did go first, so he does have a heal 2 in his hand. When you're a Loken, you just gotta kind of remember a bit of this meta knowledge of what their go second card is. Bam. Let me see. It might not be the card draw one, but now there's still a whole 3-1 on the board. Boom! 6-4. 6-4 for 4 is... So, well, bye. I guess I could run these like good jam cards and things, but I just like focusing. Look at all these eyeballs. Eyeball, eyeball. Horus, 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 Horus. Oh. Oh, this is beautiful. This is why I run second wave. You jammed him? Great, I'll play him later. He got out 6 damage. He still got out at least 3, and can still get out another 3. Look at all this great value. Thank you. So, I know what you're thinking. I should kill this. I got 5 damage here and then play some board stuff. No, 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 no. 1, I'm going to go ahead and get at Chariot of the Gods while he's not warded before it becomes useless. Then for another 3, I was so close to lethal. If this was quick draw, I would have won the game this turn. But we'll get him down to a nice 2 and really put him on the back footing. Now he has to waste 2 energy healing himself, which means he's not going to be able to heal him when he attacks, so he'll still take 3 damage, and he has to kill the troop, because otherwise that. We knew this heal was coming, and I have lethal if his end of turn heal bounces over here. Do I get it? Place your bets. I didn't. So I can do 6 damage. 2 face bash, 3, and 1, and I didn't draw what I needed. But Vengeful Spirit next turn will really mess with him. Now this. Now he needs to throw like a fast into this, and a troop, or that, or flank. So now I get a copy of that. Not that it's super useful for me with all the warding, but... Wow. Really? That was a choice. But of course I have game because I have Vengeful Spirit, and he didn't have the energy to do it. But I'm actually gonna make him feel like it wasn't just the Vengeful Spirit win. Deal 1 damage to all, fast 3. 18 health remaining. Victory energy turn 8. Loken! That extra card draw helps you get a consistent hand. Rolgor. Isn't this beautiful? Look at this. 3, fast, 4, 4 damage, 4, 4 damage, 8, 8 damage. I'm not mulliganing anything.
For the Emperor!
We're just gonna burn him. I mean, is it the perfect opener? No, because I didn't have a troop that cost 2, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I still have a pretty good opener there, being Loken. So I'm not going to throw away any of these cards. These are the cards that I'm trying to get. These ones here, fast, and these. That's going to make him waste 2 energy, killing my troop. And this is maybe a subtly petty thing, but when my troop has 1 health left, I love it when he rolls 2s. That just makes me feel like the next time when he needs the 2, he's not going to get it. It's not how luck works. Okay, so drop the 4 troop because it's better to play your troops early and your tactics later. It's just the nature of it. And I probably should have remembered a little better that he had that, but he's gonna use it whenever I play it, so. Ay. Alright, we got some fun here. And this is where I love Frag Grenade. That one little damage for that 1 energy. 1 still hurts him and really helps me with this horde troop stuff. And then I can hit him direct. The Loken. That's one of the few turns where it's better to be Loken than Abaddon. And here's another one where it is. So, yeah, hit him for the 6. I have a couple options. Try to blitz him and ignore this, or kill it. I'm definitely going to kill it. And 1, it lets me get this utility off. And 2, he only needs to heal twice to offset the 6 damage I just soaked into him. So, and it's too many things can go randomly crazy. He could give him stealth somehow, or give him a stat buff, or who knows what. Just take it out as soon as you can. Don't let him get off 1 turn of heal, and then you end up killing it later, and like, oh, if I just killed it, just kill it, just kill it. Don't doubt it. Because otherwise I could have been 6 damage to him, putting him at 12, and then I'd be like, oh, he'd heal it to 15, and no, now kill it. Alrighty. Ooh, is this the time for the 6 troop? No. He's at 6 energy. He's got too good a chance of having destroy target troop. So this is much better for many reasons. 1, I've now put him in lethal of Vengeful Spirit Face Bash for 10 damage. So, and that introduced more draw cycle. I technically should have damaged him before doing this. And boom, he had to waste a whole destroy troop for that 3/3. And that's game. Face Bash. Spirit away. Energy turn weight 8 win. End of the game. Alrighty. Well, this video is going to be a little shorter. It's the nature of Loken decks, and I thought 4 out of 5 was pretty good for a little community request here.
For the Emperor! Iron within.
Just gonna poke him. I'm surprised I didn't do any mulliganing, but the 3/2 is great for taking out the walls if he starts dropping that off, and it's a card draw, so I liked that. I'm never getting rid of Chariot, and I really don't like getting rid of Targos. Like, it's hard. All the cards are so good. The only things worth mulliganing is probably that 6-cost troop, and honestly, I would probably replace it with something on a lower curve, or maybe a higher curve. I don't know. It clearly has not really been coming in handy. Okay, he just wanted to get it out of his system. Boom, game winner. So sad. Having this with almost no troops in your hand kinda sucks. Kinda sucks. Let's see what happens here. Tank. Ah, okay. So I don't have enough AoE to kill that outright, but what I can do is certainly drop this, get him to 2 for my troop, and actually, I think I'm in a second wave. Yeah, that's what I did. I just knew I could face bash. I need to get off the killing early before late game shenanigans happen, and I thought having an extra one of these in hand would allow me to alpha a little better later, in case I needed to do 6, 8, or 7, or 10, or whatever damage. And that troop got off another 2 damage. Now I'm in a good spot. We can kill that troop, because that's 4, and this frag grenade will kill him and set him up to kill himself. He takes 1 damage as relentless, so I don't need to do 2, just the 1. And let's go ahead and tap out that remaining energy with those low curve cards. Oh yeah. I'm 7 up. And feeling good. Okay, I think that was a good time for Malagurst. I love dropping him on energy turn 7. And we'll go ahead and face bash into that wall. Just so that way I have an increased chance, like, I know I can face bash, drop this and this to kill another front line, and then hit him for 8 to the face. I got at least that going for me. So, I'm making some decisions here, and honestly they're in the wrong order. Always play your card draws first, because maybe what I draw with that will have changed what I did there. Like, what if I had drawn the 1 damage all? Well, I used them both, but still, better to draw. I'm stunning him because I don't want him to get out another wall. So that way I can lift that guy up. Hit him for the 8. Like, I'm already down to 14 cards. So, there's more than one way to victory here, but I thought Outflank was a good one to it. Just make him think I didn't have the Vengeful Spirit win. But it could have been. I could have just killed the troop with the attack, hit him for, or I could just hit him for 8, hit him for 8. That would be better. You take less damage overall. More than one road to victory. Alright. Ingron's a hard one for Loken. And that's going to be one you see a lot in the Terra.
For the Emperor!
But just being at 30 health versus a 43 attack. And this deck has no front line. Just throwing that out there. And that 3 attack causes a lot of trouble. This guy can no longer deal 4 damage. He can only deal 2. This guy can no longer deal 6 damage. He can only deal 3. That extra attack really goes a long way to hurting Loken. At least for the troop picks that I have here. So I know I can hit him with that. And I know at 4 energy he's likely to get off board damage. So we're just going to have to get off the attack now. Because otherwise he'll deal 2 damage to all. And then poke it for 1 damage because it's hurt. And then it'll go bye-bye. I'm surprised he didn't go for this because it's sneak attack, but he has my number dialed in. He knows that he has the health advantage, and he's just going for me. Now, thankfully, he is at a spot where I can do that because he dropped this troop, which is actually a very good troop for him. And we're going to go with the stun, so that way he doesn't have any chance of killing this through anything. Oh, and the stealth double shirted, so this sucks. Let's check what happens here. He kills my troop, gains 3 attack, and dealt 2 damage to me. So he netted 5 damage, and a troop kill, and a just... That's the turn that lost me the game. If he had gotten poison there or something, maybe things could have been better for me. I always enjoy that 1 damage utility. I will be able to sneak attack him. I want to keep the sneak attack going, and I also want to keep my life up, so stun him while I can. And I don't have time to hit him with my warlord power. I need to drop my hand as quickly as possible, get as much damage out there as I can. Not the attack. Attack would have been better. Hate it. So I'm boned. Yeah, I can hit him while he has no troop. I can do that. I can get him down to 8 or something, but that's no good. So here's this. He's going to be able to do 9 damage to me guaranteed. He's got 5 here, he's got 3 here, and he's got a 0 cost 1 in his hand. So he just needs to have 7 energy, deal 2 damage. Of course he has it. I was 1 turn off from victory, and if that had been Yuria, that might have saved me 3 life, and that might have kept me in the game. But I don't think it would have mattered. 7 energy, that low health, boned. But let's beat up Nerat. I'm getting rid of second wave when I got Grogo squad? Okay. Hey,
For the
we got the game winner.
We gave everything, and we will take everything.
So yeah, Loken likes winning on turn 8. If the enemy can win before turn 8, you have trouble. Yep, we're taking out that troop. Now what are all the benefits here? Being at 2 health means that if he tries to do his 1 damage poke to offset the 3 damage I could deal to him after I hit, Okay, he has Ashen Claw anyway, but it meant that he probably would have had to have face bashed me. Or in this case, I at least consumed his turn and he face bashes. Which I like. He doesn't know it, but I'm glad he did. Yeah, we'll just hit him and quickfire him. I guess I could have smoke grenaded him, but I'm going to save that for some troops if I can. I'm not really worried about 1 damage draw pokes. Especially since he dropped something for 3 anyway, and he's already demonstrated the behavior of face bashing. Why would I want to stun that? Why would I? Alrighty, so if that had 1 health, I would have face bashed and frag grenaded it, but I can stun that, and I can face bash it. There's too many things that this guy attacking and getting off that 3 damage is good for. If I had played him, he would have face bashed and then hit it, and then that would have killed it. He could have rammed it straight into this. This is the same symptom of being at 3 health. Well, he wasted his whole turn killing a 2/3, and he got a card draw and a card cycle out of it, or card for me, card draw. We'll just take that out, and now that he has no board state, drop that 4 troop. And I'm holding on to the frag grenade. I don't think the 1 damage is worth just the 1 damage. It's better used to help kill something. Damn, that's gotta be the 3rd time he's played that, huh? Whack. And he could have gone in either order. He decided to not give this survivor, but to instead get off the card draw. Honestly, with the way and how things go, I probably would have gone the other way. Just because the board state would have been more useful. But, no, I'm in trade-offs. Ugh, what the hell was the last tactic I played? I remembered sort of stun. Yeah, that was good. Stun the 6/3. This is why we run frag grenade. Right here. That 1 little damage. Face bash. Now face bash. Sweet. I'm actually going to go 1 under energy because 1 in doubt, play your troops before your tactics. And he's got no board state, which makes his damage output application much more likely. And what we just saw here was a tactical mistake slightly. He could have dealt the 1 damage first, then hit him for 2, and he would have gotten a card from my deck for his trouble. So, yeah. To be fair, sometimes that's a consequence of just acting a little faster than reading the board, or not wanting too many cards in your hand, maybe. Okay. I'm he's gonna deal 2 damage again. Whoa! Super helpful. That just took out 2 troops for me. That's great. I love it. Okay. So I could have gone Vengeful Spirit, actually. Which might have been a safer bet, because then I could have done 4 damage outflank later. But I decided to go with the 4 damage one because he has no frontline at the moment. There's a decent chance he could play some frontline, and I'd rather be in snipe range on energy 10 in case it is. And I was still able to consume out all my energy. And playing that 4, maybe I would have drawn a troop that was a little better than that 2/2. Because he got off no value. Oh look, outflanks. Doesn't matter though. We have lethal. We have Vengeful. We have 2-tap. And that's what we do. And I always like trying to end on the Vengeful Spirit. If you play the Vengeful Spirit first, they just bail. Give them a slight sliver of hope before loss. Well, I hope you enjoyed Broken Loken. So for all you new players out there that are like, this warlord sucks, he's actually pretty fun, and you can actually make him work very nicely, even just running pure Sons of Horus. So don't feel afraid to focus in on this Legion, and definitely get Vengeful Spirit as soon as you can, and the rest are just icing on top. And otherwise, the deck's almost entirely rares and commons with like a pair of epics. Pretty low on the cost. Well, if you like this, like it. If you want to see more like it, subscribe. Share this with your friends. Still trying to work towards 1,000. And drop some recommendations. Maybe I'll try to keep making some themed good decks as opposed to memed themes good decks. I just enjoy it. I love your feedback. I love you guys. You keep me going. This was Karmatos. Thanks for watching.